I'm in the end zone doing my thing. Made a promise to the city, go hard for that ring.
Welcome back, Mountain Lions fans, to another episode of Inside the Mountain Lions. Despite an 0-3 start, there is no quit in this Mountain Lions team. They have buckled down and look forward to the challenges ahead to finish out the season strong. Game 2 against the Omaha Nighthawks was a very close one, ending in the final seconds on a kick by an excellent Nighthawks kicker. Let's take a look at some Game 2 highlights from the sidelines.
Tackle from Louisville, number 91, Williams.
Ramparts we keep watch.
Joining our captains and officials please welcome from Oxford.
Reggie.
On this episode of Inside the Mountain Lions, we're going to be taking a close look at the running back position. Now, the running back position is interesting because it's evolved since the game began. Before, the running back was a very pure runner. He had his fullback blocking for him and his offensive line making holes for him to run to. But today's game has changed. So the offense has to be able to rely on that running back to be able to catch, pass, and block in order to be effective. I had a chance to speak with Coach James McPherson, who's head of our stable of running backs, to get his insight and a couple tips for what it takes to be a successful running back. So here we are with Coach McPherson, who's the running backs coach here for the Mountain Lions. So Coach, what's the challenge of being a running back in today's game?
Well, to play running back in professional football, you got to do three things. You got to be able to run with the ball, you got to be able to catch the ball, and then lastly, you also have to be able to pass protect and be able to block. The most important thing is protecting the football. Doesn't matter how fast, you could be the fastest guy on the field. If you do not protect this football, then you cannot play running back. You got 4 points of contact. First things first, your hand. You want your hand comfortably over the point of the football. The other pressure point is it needs to be touching your forearm. Third pressure point is nice and tight right there to your ribs. And the last pressure point is making sure that elbow is nice and tight right against your ribs, okay? And we always I preach to the running backs, keep it high and tight. We don't want it low down here where it's swinging. You want your arm right here, nice, high and tight. Almost like when your arm's in its strongest position right there is when you're flexing and when you're making a muscle. So we want to keep that ball nice, high and tight to our chest, okay? Right, cool. So first drill, even with all of our running drills, we're gonna start here. This is our jump cut drill. You're gonna start right here. You're gonna burst to this cone, jump cut, run to this cone, take a nice little lateral jump cut, and then burst and finish through this last cone right here.
Okay. You gotta go through.
Jump cut, stay low, high and tight. Keep it high and tight though, high and tight. There you go. Good. As a running back, you gotta be able to carry the ball in your outside arm. You gotta be able to carry it in both arms. Okay? So now we switch arms coming back. Okay? So now you're gonna do the same drill. Okay? Only now, one thing we do, again, ball security is key. So when as a running back, you're running the ball, you're gonna have guys swatting at it, trying to strip it. So even when we do these footwork drills, they go through one time through, the next time through, I'm slapping and trying to knock that ball out. So let's see if Coach can keep it nice, high and tight as he's going through his drills. Say, go.
Cool, thank you very much, Coach.
You bet, Nick. Pleasure.
Thanks. Last weekend, your Sacramento Mountain Lions took to the road and lost to a very tough Virginia Destroyers team. Despite an excellent effort for 3 quarters, victory eluded them in the 4th. So their game plan is going to change a little bit this week as they take on the Destroyers here at home. We talked to Coach Green about his game plan for this weekend against the Destroyers here at home. Let's hear what he has to say. So, Coach, you lost. It was a tough one there to Virginia. You guys played really well for a lot of that game. What's going to be the key to victory this one against the Destroyers?
Well, I think you're playing the same team, so we know a lot about them now. They know a lot about us. I think we got to finish. I mean, half of that game we played pretty well. We missed opportunities to score, and we have to be much more opportunistic.
Now, in terms of the game plan, have you guys tweaked anything really, or is it?
Well, you have to. I mean, we don't want to let them see the exact same game plan we had before, and they'll do the same thing. So even though we're playing the same team, it'll be a different type of game.
Now, in terms of the defense and shutting down that run game, is that going to be what you guys are focusing on this week?
Well, we added 2 defensive linemen. We brought in Kid Navari and we brought in A.J. Shable. A.J. played for us last year, has been around the NFL and United Football League. Hopefully those 2 defensive linemen will help us with the run.
Perfect. Thank you, Coach.
You bet.
Again, thank you so much for joining us, Mountain Lions fans. I'm your host, Nick Cronenweth. Be sure to leave your thoughts on Facebook.
Game on the line, I don't see the other team. Worked all summer cause my city won a ring. I ain't worried about second. Yeah, that's for the other team. Sack stand up, now let me hear you scream. Game on the line, I don't see the other team. Worked all summer cause my city won a ring. I ain't worried about second. Yeah, that's for the other team.